Hey parents, Mr. Jim here to tell you why kids love learning with Osmo's Genius Starter Kit. Osmo uses real tangible pieces that look and feel just like toys, combining them with immersive digital experiences to create fun, whole child learning adventures. They'll have a blast with the Genius Starter Kit, playing games that explore math, reading, and more. Just in time for the holidays, get up to 40% off select kits and games. Order today at playosmo.com. That's playosmo.com. Osmo, learning well played. Hello friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kids Short Stories. If this is your first time listening, welcome to the family. We love turning your ideas into awesome adventures. And today we are hopping into part 3 of this amazing adventure of Logan and Gavin saving Christmas. If you have your own idea, go to kidshortstories.com and I would love to see your idea. Are you guys ready for this amazing conclusion of this adventure? Me too, let's go! As Logan and Gavin raced into their room to grab all of their spy gear, they were convinced that they needed to solve this to save the day. All right, let's put on our jetpacks and blast off towards the tree farm where we got our tree from. And let's talk to that tree farmer about all that food he gave us for our tree. Maybe he's behind it all, said Logan. They blasted off on their jetpacks. It was a lot faster than driving. What took them a couple hours in the car only took them a few minutes with their jetpacks. Jetpacks are one of the coolest parts of being on the spy team, right? Yeah. Zooming through the clouds. Wow. That is definitely super fun. Sometimes I like to close my eyes and imagine that I'm zooming through the clouds and the wind is in my hair and it feels so good. Pretty soon they arrived at the tree farm and went looking for that farmer that they had talked to earlier that had given them the twine and the tree food. Oh, there he is. Gavin raced over and said, "Hi, do you remember me?" he said.
"Oh, yes, I remember you. How can I help you today?"
Well, we wanted to ask you some questions because ever since we gave our tree that tree food that you gave us,
it has started turning purple and really stinky and...
Are you behind all this? Asked Gavin. The farmer looked down at the ground and kicked at the dirt. He didn't know what to say.
"I am so sorry that happened to your tree. Yes, and I've heard of a lot of other trees having the same situation. But no, I am not behind all this."
"So what about that tree food?" said Logan. "We think that must be the root cause behind all of this. Is there something different about your tree food this year that's different from last year?" The farmer put his hand on his chin as if he was thinking really hard.
"Well, come to think of it, it did, yes. You see, a couple of weeks ago, I received a package in the mail with all this free tree food, and I didn't think much of it, and that's what we've been using to give away to everyone who buys a tree."
Logan and Gavin looked at each other. "Do you still have that box that all the tree food came in?"
I might. It would be over here in the back of the barn."
The farmer led them back to the barn, and sure enough, there it was. There was actually a couple boxes filled with all those tree food packets. They checked the label on the box, and sure enough, the shipping address on where it came from was the Stinky Blimp Lab. "Logan, this is the evidence we need to know exactly where this came from. It's definitely Dr. Stinky Breath behind all this."
"Who is Dr. Stinky Breath?"
Well, he's a criminal mastermind that's trying to take over the world and make it all stinky, and I guess he's making some progress because he changed all the Christmas trees into being purple and stinky, so it's up to us to save the day."
"Oh my. Well, good luck, boys. I'm gonna get back to my farm. You see, every year after all the trees go away, I have to plant new trees for the next year."
Logan and Gavin waved goodbye as they zoomed off on their jetpacks. Yeah, that's another really important point, because remember, trees are super important. Do you remember why? They do all kinds of amazing things, but the one most important part, they make our oxygen. So do you think it would be a good idea if we cut down all the trees? No. So it's good that if you cut down a tree, then you plant a tree to replace it. As Logan and Gavin were flying home, they were trying to figure out a solution to this giant stinky mess. So it seems like the purple ninjas or Dr. Stinky Breath, they're the ones behind this tree food. And they must have sent it out to all the tree farms. And that is why we're having the problem that we're having today. So how in the world are we going to save Christmas in time? It's tomorrow. We're running out of time, said Gavin. And look at that. Like every house that we fly over, you can see their purple tree outside. It's actually worked. Has Dr. Stinky Breath actually ruined Christmas? Said Logan. It was then that they arrived back at home. Their parents greeted them with warm blankets and some more hot chocolate, because I'm pretty sure blankets and hot chocolate make everything better. Well, as they came inside and curled up on the couch in front of the fire, they started sharing stories from Christmases from a long time ago, and it was so funny and pretty hilarious memories. I have a pretty hilarious Christmas story. So one day, this was a long time ago, about 10 years ago, I was cleaning up and I had grabbed the tree skirt. So do you know at the bottom underneath the Christmas tree, there's like a skirt that goes around it. And so I had grabbed that skirt off the tree to go shake it outside to get all the pine needles off. I lived on the second floor and I went out on this balcony and shook that skirt and all the needles off. And then accidentally the door closed behind me and I got locked outside on the balcony. And I was only in my pajamas and it was freezing cold. And so it took a couple hours until Miss Jocelyn came home and let me in. But for 3 hours, I was huddled outside in the cold, and I had even wrapped the tree skirt around me with my head poking out the center hole of it. That is one of my most hilarious Christmas stories. Do you have a funny Christmas story? Well, Logan, Gavin, and their family had lots of them, and that is how they spent the rest of their night. And that's when they realized that it wasn't the tree that made Christmas or the holidays special. It was being with family. It was sharing silly memories and stories and drinking hot cocoa and curling up under warm blankets, and it's those things that make it extra special. And those are things that Dr. Stinky Breath can't ever take away. And now I think they have a pretty silly story to remember that one Christmas where their tree turned purple and got stinky. And as it was getting closer to bed, they turned on some Christmas music to fall asleep to.
Oh, Christmas tree, why are you turning purple?
Hey friends, I need your help celebrating 3 birthdays. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday, Emmy, who's turning 6 years old. Emmy loves gymnastics, all things artistic, and is the kindest heart and best friend. Wow, that's so great to hear, Emmy. I'm so glad that we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 6th birthday! And next up, we have... Happy birthday, Charlotte, who's turning 8 years old. Charlotte has an infectious laughter. She throws her head back and cackles and makes the whole room smile and laugh. Wow, and I even hear she invents words and hops everywhere and has so much energy and fun. And wow, Charlotte, I'm so glad that we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 8th birthday. And next up we have... Happy birthday, Devin, who's turning 8 years old. Devin loves playing with his sister Layla and playing with snap circuits and soccer. Woo! Those all sound like super duper fun. Devin, I'm so glad that we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 8th birthday! Hey parents, Mr. Jim here to tell you why kids love learning with Osmo's Genius Starter Kit. Osmo uses real tangible pieces that look and feel just like toys, combining them with immersive digital experiences to create fun, whole child learning adventures. They'll have a blast with the Genius Starter Kit, playing games that explore math, reading, and more. Just in time for the holidays, get up to 40% off select kits and games. Order today at playosmo.com. That's playosmo.com. Osmo, learning well played.